Well, there were some serious last day of school vibes at Queen's Park today. MPPs sat for one last sitting before rising and taking off for their long summer break. There was one last new development, though, that emerged. Early childhood educators are set to get a much-needed pay hike, but how much and when remains to be seen.
My commitment is to stand by the ECs to make a difference in schools and continue to support competitive wages that give them a reason to stay to work and make a difference for them.
What do you think is a fair wage? They do an awful lot of work. What do you think is a fair wage for an EC?
You know, we're going to bring forth a plan that I think will respond to that substantively. My commitment, though, is to respect their work. We value what they do.
The Ford government has drafted a workplace strategy for childcare workers. The plan is widely expected to include a pay bump for the ECEs, but it's unclear if it will reach the $30 per hour level that some advocacy groups are calling for. Meanwhile, as the legislature wraps up, the premier today was eager to tout what he says were his accomplishments over the past few months.
Since January, we reached a record low unemployment, the lowest since 1989. That's 34-year record unemployment. We landed a historic Volkswagen deal to build the largest manufacturing plant in the history of Canada.
Opposition leader Marit Stiles had a different view. She was quick to point out what she claims were some big government failures.
Emergency room closures are happening right across this province, some of them permanently, because this government decided to funnel money toward private corporations instead of fixing the staffing crisis.
There's no government in the entire country that has invested more in healthcare than we have, $81 billion.
A new poll out this week pegs Premier Ford's approval rating at 33%, down from 45% a year ago. MPPs will return to Queen's Park in September.